I didn't feel hostile towards them. This is what people don't seem to understand. They say, well, you must have been terrified, but why? I didn't feel hostile towards the guards or the soldiers surrounding me. And I think fear comes out of hostility.
You and your people are at present up against quite uncompromising and brute power. How can you reclaim the democracy that you won at the ballot box with that power confronting you?
I don't think we're the first people who have had to face an uncompromising and brutal power.
But the question is the most difficult one,
in the quest for freedom and basic human rights. I think we depend chiefly on our own people, on the will of our own people for democracy.
But it still comes down to, on one side, there is a power that has all the guns.
But increasingly, I think it is getting more difficult in this world to resolve problems through military means. It is no longer acceptable. I do not think the ASEAN countries themselves would accept a military solution to the problem in Burma. And the fact that the authorities themselves are so keen on attacking us in their papers seem to indicate that they also are not depending on guns alone.
Nobel Peace Prize winner Aung San Suu Kyi remains under house arrest. She was interviewed there by John Pilger in his film Inside Burma, Land of Fear, courtesy Bullfrog Films. Katie Redford, I want to play for you an excerpt of the documentary Total Denial, this part featuring your husband, Kha Soh-hwa, talking about the student protests in Burma in 1988.
Right after that, after I would say about 3 weeks, the student uprising started. I was so determined to participate in student uprising to ask for the freedom and democracy in Burma. We going around school to school, talk to students to participate with us. The whole country participated with us. Even Navy and police, government, services, they joined with us. Everywhere they are shooting, but we still want to do our peaceful demonstration. Many students were killed, many of my friends shot in the street. When they shoot people, some people were just injured. In order for them to hide those atrocities, what they have to do, they put all the people that just injured on the car together with other dead bodies, and then they bury them alive.
Burmese human rights activist Kha Soh-hwa, the husband of Katie Redford, co-founder and co-director of Earth Rights International, describing 1988 when the Burmese regime gunned down more than 3,000 Burmese. Katie, your last comment, and if you could also explain Laura Bush's interest in this. She has spoken out in a very rare political comment saying that her cousin is a Burma activist, and that's why she's decrying the violence and criticizing the Burmese regime. Who is her cousin?
I actually have no idea who her cousin is, but I feel like whether you're Laura Bush or whether you're an average American citizen, it's really impossible not to feel sympathy and compassion for the people of Burma. This is not a situation that has any gray area. This is a situation of black and white where you have monks and students and innocent, peaceful civilians simply marching in the streets demanding human rights, democracy, and an end to military rule on one side, and on the other side you have a brutal pariah regime, a military junta gunning people down. So everyone in the world should care about Burma, should stand up and do something right now about Burma with solidarity and with hope so that their hope for freedom and democracy doesn't die. Because now is the time, it's critical that we do something right now.
Katie Redford, thanks for being with us. Co-director, co-founder of Earth Rights International, just back from the Burmese-Thai border. This is Democracy Now!, democracynow.org, the War and Peace Report. We'll be back in a minute.